We are all aware that DNA is the genetic material with autocatalytic function, that is, it replicates with a semi-conservative type of replication. But one of the evidences proving semi-conservative type of replication is portrayed in the following video, and this experiment is by Messelson and Stahl. DNA has a significant property called as replication. Replication is a process in which DNA makes copies of itself, producing identical daughter molecules of DNA. Hypothetically speaking, Watson and Crick model of DNA or the bDNA could be replicated by three modes: conservative, semi-conservative, and dispersive. So according to semi-conservative mode of replication, when the double helices are formed, one strand is entirely of parent and the other strand is entirely new of a particular double helix. Now according to the conservative mode of replication, when the double helices are formed, one could be entirely of the old material or the old parent double helix and entirely of the new material. So the old parent double helix would be unchanged. According to dispersive method of replication, the DNA helix would break at several points, forming many pieces. So each piece would replicate and then the pieces would join at random. Thus, two double helices are formed having patchwork of old and one new strand. Now, to prove semi-conservative type of replication, Messelson and Stahl had performed a series of elegant experiments using E. coli cells and with the labeled DNA, that is isotopic heavy nitrogen labeled DNA, and a form of isopycnic density gradient centrifugation or the cesium chloride density gradient centrifugation. So, what exactly Messelson and Stahl did was they grew E. coli cells in a medium in which the sole nitrogen was ammonium chloride, which contains heavy isotope of nitrogen, that is N15. So, after many generations of the cells, their DNA becomes heavier than the normal DNA as this N15 or the heavy isotope of nitrogen is incorporated into DNA. So, this heavy isotope of nitrogen is non radioactive. The E. coli cells grown in N15 medium were transferred to a fresh medium containing N14 isotope, where they were allowed to grow until the cell population has been doubled. So, after 20 minutes, the DNA isolated from this first generation cells formed a single band in cesium chloride density gradient centrifugation at the position between N14 and N15 bands. So this indicates that the double helical DNA of the daughter cells are hybrids containing one new and one parental strand. Now for what reason they might have used this centrifugation? During replication of DNA in E. coli cells, a mixture of heavy DNA and the light DNA can easily be separated by cesium chloride density gradient centrifugation. So in the picture we can clearly see N15 is at the bottom. So as it is heavy, it is at the bottom, followed by N14, N15 hybrid as intermediate, and then N14 DNA at the top. So this is an indication of the semi-conservative mode of replication. Now let's once again summarize it. Delbruck scientists theoretically had said that there are three types of replication: conservative replication, semi conservative replication, and dispersive replication. Then Watson and Crick hypothetically predicted that DNA is semi conservative. However, to test this hypothesis, Messelson and Stahl designed a series of experiments. Now, E. coli cells from N15 medium was transferred to N14 media. Then, after 20 minutes, the E. coli starts replicating. So, the cells were then harvested and their DNA was isolated, next subjected for centrifugation. Now, for what reason they might have used this centrifugation? During replication of DNA in E. coli cells, a mixture of heavy DNA and the light DNA can easily be separated by cesium chloride density gradient centrifugation. So in the picture we can clearly see N15 is at the bottom. So as it is heavy, it is at the bottom, followed by N14, N15 hybrid as intermediate, and then N14 DNA at the top. So this is an indication of the semi-conservative mode of replication. The image sources are from the internet, and the textbook referred is the Textbook of Cell and Molecular Biology from Ajay Paul. And thanks a lot for viewing my video.